What you doing? What you doing? You gonna get it? Get it. Hey guys. You see my shadow. I'm not waving at you. My hands are full. We have got to go pick something up. I had two choices. One, replace the axle on the new big trailer that was left here from my friend in Washington State, or try to find an old 5-star hub. Well, I put an ad on Craigslist, a wanted ad. Good boy. An ad on Craigslist. A wanted ad for one of those old hubs without electric brakes. So it'd have to be from 1978 or 9-ish and back. And fortunately, I got a call back, and it's pretty close by. So the trailer's back behind the barn. We're going to go back behind the barn, take the bad wheel off and the hub off of the rim, and head to Middletown and see if we've got a match. So I'm going to take you guys along with me for that little ride. Then we'll get back to the shop and try to get something done. We'll see you in a little bit. Alright, we got the hub off. I'll throw it in the back of the truck, head over to Middletown. What a mess. Hopefully that'll get this thing back on the road. Alright gang, I have returned. Well, it was a pretty good venture. I went to get a hub because we know that these bearings are shot. I'm in the shadows. These bearings are shot. The axle's okay. And this guy had what I needed. Not only did he have what I needed, but his price was great. In fact, his price was so great, he actually gave me the entire axle for a whopping 30 bucks. Nice, good, tight bearings. So, I'm thinking that I will either swap the axle or just replace the hub, then pull this other hub so that I've got a spare. We'll see what happens. Guys, give me a minute to get in the shop and get things ready. Okay gang, well, kaboom! I know the lighting's not great, but there we go. I'm just going to take this hub off and move it over to that one, and I'll take that hub off and keep it for a spare. One end was sitting down in the ground. You can see that these keepers are pretty rusty. Let me show you the bolts that were in. Surprisingly, they all came out, and you can see how rough that is. And they came out without a fight too. So you can see I've got my taps and my dies out. I ran dies over the bolts. I pulled two good ones off the other side of the hub over there, and then I chased. I didn't have a 1/2-inch thread chaser, so I know you're not supposed to, but I chased the threads with a 1/2-inch tap. I've got multiple, so if I dulled it, no big deal. But we're golden. This trailer is going to come back to life so long as my offset's right, and I'm pretty sure that it is. So let's get this wheel off and go stick it over here on that hub. What do you say? Then we'll have a fully functional trailer. Already got the title in my name, got it last week, so I've got a fender to fix yet, and it is in here right there. It's all bent up, twisted, gnarly. It took the fender out when the tire came off, so it's got a big whoops in it. I'll put that in the vise, do my best at straightening it out. And broke a tab off, so we'll re-weld the tab. You can see where the tab was right there, but it was situated in there, bolted to this front bracket, which got bent, which I'll have to straighten. And of course that bracket is still attached. So we'll get all that straightened out and get the fender back on it so we can run it up and down the road. I'm semi-excited because I'll be able to haul a lot in this big trailer. Alright guys, we'll see you when we get the tire on and get this thing on the ground. So hang on. Alright, about 5 minutes later. And she's on. Got a little bit of play. I'll tighten that bearing down just a little bit more. But it's back on 2 good wheels. I'm happy about that. I don't care if they're mix matched. And the offsets still have plenty of offset. So I'm not sure what the offset is on this one over here. About the same. Awesome. Alright, let's get the fender straightened out. Alright, here's the hopes with the fenders that I can just grab it and twist it back into place. I've got it secured in the vise. Let's see if it's going to be that easy or not. They are aluminum, so it's working. Working a lot better than I thought it would. Coolio. Alright, this bend here at this end, I don't know if you can see it, that's for the metal plate that goes on there. Everything else looks good. Now I've got to get this piece off, clean up this end, clean up the weld on the trailer, then we'll drag the welder out there. We'll try to get the welder closer to the shop, or try to get the trailer closer to the shop so I'm not on a long extension cord. I've got one that's plenty heavy enough, so we may try that. We'll see what happens. But let's get that stuff cleaned up and then see if we can't get this fender back on there. So stay tuned. Alright gang, I straightened this out. This is all whopper jawed. This one's bent, so I got a pipe here. Oh, we'll slide the pipe over and see if we can't convince this one to straighten out a little bit too. Looks pretty good to me. Now it's time to get to grinding both the frame and this piece. You guys really don't need to see sparks fly, I don't reckon, do you? Got a lot of booger welds on there to clean up. What a mess. I'm glad I'm re-welding it. This one's welded on good. It's welded onto a piece of angle iron down here as well as to the frame. This one doesn't have that luxury. It's just hanging out there all by itself back there. But caught a bunch of flack last time because I used a Harbor Freight angle grinder, so I thought, well, I'm not going to listen to it this time. I'll bring out the DeWalt. I loaned it out. I don't know what the best is to show you. That's where the gumball weld was. Now I got to clean up the iron that goes here, and then we'll get her butt welded back on. So hang on. Alright, we got that all squared away, got it beveled on either side. I left that bolt in for reference so that I knew which side was which. The bolt head itself is facing out, and so it's going to go on there, right there. So in order to get it to stay there, I'm going to see if I can't finagle these magnets to cooperate with me and get that sucker situated. So we're going to need to go this way. I've just about got the angle right, and that's not enough magnet to hold it. Because it's heavy. I may have to get some other magnets. Yep, I'm going to have to get some other magnets that are a little stronger. These are just cheapy Harbor Freight. You see, it just fell right off. So, let me see here. Can we do anything different with these so that they will... Nope, there's nothing we can do different to get it to stay any better. So, let me see what else I've got. That, or I can just hold it right there and tack it. I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, hang on, let me get the welder set up.